high-grade sheet metal in rolls, coils. Material for commercial vehicles from the Hannover factory. For the Volkswagen Transporter, for example, as a panel van or pickup, double cab or bus, as a combi, or prepared for equipping as a camp mobile. Material too for commercials of the LT series. This also comprises a large number of model versions, including chassis for all sorts of special bodies. Especially here in the press shop, everything is a bit larger and more powerful than in passenger car production. Under the deep-draw tools of these huge presses, with forces of up to 2,000 tons, roofs, side panels, doors and floor groups are formed. A total of 6,400 different parts for the Volkswagen Transporter and the LT. This roof, measuring some 3.5 meters by 1.5, is the largest pressed part at Volkswagen. It weighs over 37 kilograms. We don't just want to talk about superlatives, though, but also the optimum criteria for setting up a large series production system. After all, there's large series production and large series production. Manufacturing 3,000 Golfs a day with basically the same body shape is quite a different thing from building 600 transporters and 100 LTs. Differing customer requirements lead to a large number of model versions and a broad spectrum of equipment options. Orders for the various transporter versions are stored in a computer, and it lays down which individual parts for a particular vehicle are fed into the welding line. Made to measure. The important thing is to produce the vehicles as efficiently as possible and as individually as customers require. Producing tailor-made vehicles calls for careful dovetailing of human work with all kinds of equipment, automated machinery, transport systems, and programmable robots. This production program works precisely through the prescribed sequence of operations. Automatic machines simply couldn't cope with anything not exactly in place to within tenths of a millimeter, so they would stop working and indicate a fault. No chance for Monday cars here. One section of the vehicle is pre-assembled and is brought along in one piece. An essential part of transporter safety is the deformation element, here being welded to the floor groove. It's capable of absorbing so much deformation energy that in crash situations the Volkswagen Transporter provides the same degree of safety as a passenger car. The floor group is an independent unit of the bodywork. In Hannover, the floor groups travel on the Golai line, so called after the Goliath robots with their heavy electrode holders, which can reach every point on the large surfaces. They're programmed for various floor groups, for buses and combis with seats, or for goods transporters in different versions. The robots began their apprenticeship with electric spot welding. Today, trained by their inventors to master craftsman status, Sensitive gas welding is for them a matter of routine. But even this cannot be left unchecked. The floor group and the bed, as the side walls of the transporter are called here, and the roof are joined together to form the body shell. Fast, but still checked again and again. Automatic measuring devices document every single phase. Putting the roof on, the final major stage in the assembly of the body shell. At regular intervals, body shells are diverted from the production flow and measured with meticulous accuracy. In this way, the dimensional stability and wear of all tools can be checked, and any deviations are noted before they can affect the further course of production. Engine production in the Hannover factory. Inline engines for other factories, and water-cooled boxer engines for the transporter. Daily capacity, 2,000 units. Each individual engine is run under load on the test bench and adjusted exactly. Axles for transporters and LT series vehicles. There are a large number of different types of axle for the various payloads. In this sector, manual labor is still necessary, but ingenious devices help to make it easier. The torque for the threaded joints is laid down for each type. Automation of the paintwork of the various types of axle. A television camera identifies the component and passes the picture to the computer, which then controls the robot sprayer. Long-lasting quality through anti-corrosion protection. This includes the use of surface-coated sheet metal and edge sealing wherever necessary. And also protection against flying stones, wax cavity sealing and underbody sealing. The paintwork is built up in several layers. A large range of colors are on call in the paint lines. There are yellows and yellows, and the familiar German post office yellow, although much in demand, is only one of many shades. When a two-tone vehicle is ordered, skilled hands are needed. Many color combinations are possible, but each calls for careful preparation. The first color must be covered over and perfectly protected before a second color can be applied. Makeup for a new Volkswagen Transporter, the Karat, the most elegant and luxurious of the standard range. As we said, there are yellows and yellows, and in this case it's precisely the yellow that was ordered. And the green too is a customer color that has to be matched exactly. But that's not all. The thickness of the paint must also stand up to critical examination, all over. Engines, axles and gearboxes are taken from this multi-tier store, controlled as to destination and order of requirement, and brought to the assembly line. Fitting, adjusting, something which requires careful manual work. Whereas here, a hard and physically demanding job has been taken over by machines. Only to a limited extent can quality really be designed. In the final analysis, quality is a question of what people at their place of work want to achieve. Groups of employees meet in quality circles to find solutions to any problems in their field of activity. Can particular devices increase quality? How should they be handled? For certain operations have to be explained in more detail. Quality assurance at every stage of production ensures that it is not left until quality control of the finished product before faults are identified. This would be too late and much too expensive. Every vehicle, whether Volkswagen Transporter or LT, must pass through the quality control testing areas. All tests for every model are laid down by an established program and are documented from start to finish. Only then is the vehicle passed on to the salespeople. or sometimes not even then. The Special Vehicle Construction Department at the Hanover factory is equipped to meet a wide range of special requirements ex-works. Actually, air conditioners and auxiliary heaters, for example, are virtually routine matters here, with almost 50 orders a day. But cages for customs dogs, here 2 separate compartments were ordered, are definitely more of a one-off job. The work on individual vehicles can take from 2 hours to 200. The range extends from fire brigade vehicles to special motorsport vehicles and television outside broadcast vehicles. Transporters, LT models, special vehicles. A versatile range for individual customer requirements. A range that carries a good name, Volkswagen.